Before you watch this episode of our City Current radio show, I want to invite you to join City Current's e-learning and online personal development platform called Growth Current. I'm Jeremy Park, host of the City Current radio show and CEO of City Current. Growth Current is your exclusive ticket to attend virtual events with global thought leaders, national guest speakers, and experts who can help you grow personally and professionally. It gives you access to success secrets, lessons learned, learning modules, and so much more. Being online, you can join us from anywhere in the world. Subscriptions are only $8 a month, or you can do bulk subscriptions for your team. Check out growthcurrent.com to learn more and to join us in our efforts to power the good. And now, on to the show. Welcome back to the City Current Radio Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're honored to be with our next guest. We're talking about mother to mother. We're here with Jeanine Garner. She is the executive director. How are you doing, Jeanine?
I'm great, Jeremy. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely. So give us a little bit of a history, because you all have been doing this for a while in terms of the organization coming together to help mothers and newborns and babies. And we'll talk all about the good work you do. So give us some history on Mother to Mother.
Okay. Mother to Mother was started in 2004 by a dear friend of mine, Jeanine Busby. She and her husband had just moved to Nashville. And she was looking to get involved in the community, had done a lot of volunteer work up in Boston, and just kind of jumped in. She went to General Hospital, local hospital here, and started talking to the nurses and caseworkers, seeing what their greatest needs were. And diapers. Diapers was the greatest need. As is today. Diapers are so expensive, and talking to a lot of our agency partners, it's just their number one biggest need. We hear stories of moms trying to wring out diapers, disposable diapers, things like that. So 1 in 4 moms in this country, and I haven't done the research, but I'm sure it's up to 1 in 3 moms now because of COVID, have to choose between putting food on the table or buying diapers. So it's a big need. And so she just grew from there, started out of her home, and then moved to a small warehouse. And then about 3 years ago, we moved to a larger warehouse so that we could continue to grow. Yeah.
So I love the illustration about mother to mother in terms of mothers helping mothers, but obviously you've grown tremendously, as you mentioned, especially with the warehouse now. And you mentioned diapers, and it's also too the evolution now of so much more than diapers in terms of a safe place to sleep. And it's also to car seats. And so walk us through kind of how it works. Walk us through where the magic happens, if you will, from mother to mother.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. So our 3 main initiatives are 1, diapers, 2, pack and plays for a safe place to sleep. A lot of our population that we serve, they don't have the room for a nursery or a big crib, and Tennessee loses a lot of babies to co-sleeping. So safe sleep is huge for us. And then the 3rd being car seats. It's a state law. We get calls weekly from hospitals saying that they have new moms in there and don't have a car seat, and they have to have a car seat to leave the hospital. So those are our 3 main initiatives, but we do everything and all things baby. So clothing is big, formula, wipes, high chairs, strollers are big. We have a big population that don't have vehicles and take public transportation. So just being able to put, especially if they have multiple kids, put one, in a stroller and hold the hand of another. So we do all things baby and children. We do ages 0 up through age 10. And our day-to-day work is working with, we're up to over 90 partner agencies. So we work with caseworkers, social workers, nurses, public school teachers, through all the local hospitals, domestic violence centers, YWCA, Morningstar, Catholic Charities. We have a list on our website. So we don't daily work with individuals. We just don't have the way to vet out the moms and families in need. So that's why we rely on our agencies. So they put in a request. We have an interview with them, and just really they get to know us, we get to know them. And then we have a way for them on our website to input what they need for their clients. So those come in, and then we set up a time for them, not the individuals, but the actual agency has to come to our warehouse to pick up and then distribute those items. So we're up to, with COVID, probably anywhere between 15 to 25 pickups per day from agencies. So it's just been, we've never shut our doors. The tornado hit, and on the heels of the tornado, the pandemic struck. So we have never shut the doors. We put safety precautions in place. We have contactless pickups and things like that. So that's our day-to-day work. But then going on year 3, we got a donation of a bus, and then last year of a van. So one thing Janie and I had talked about a few years ago were, how do we get out into the rural communities of Middle Tennessee? How do we get all of these items out there? And so, shipping was not really an option, so costly. So twice a month we do a community outreach event, and we go to these rural counties, working through the health department or churches or any of our partner agencies that have locations out there, and we pack up our bus, our van, sometimes even a U-Haul, and go out there and distribute the items to the people in those counties.
You mentioned, obviously, with the pandemic, you're seeing a much greater need. Talk about how we can help, and obviously how we can help with the donations and also the volunteerism, because obviously, as you mentioned, the fact that you're seeing so many pickups a day, how do we help?
Lots of ways. We thrive on different drives, so diaper drives. So large companies can do big diaper drives for us. We have local businesses set up bins to collect new and gently used items. So diapers, any of that gear I was talking about, high chairs, strollers, anything like that, new or gently used, books, clothing, shoes, anything like that. So we have a lot of local daycares that do that. We have businesses, churches, really anybody. We have community members that just in their neighborhood say, we're going to do a drive from mother to mother, and they set up bins. So we thrive on collecting those type of items. We always need help in the warehouse. We're a small but mighty staff, so we always need, and I know that that's hard with COVID. We stopped all volunteers for about 6 to 8 weeks, and now we do it where we limit the amount in the warehouse, and everybody wears masks and we're separated. So we really rely on our volunteers, both in the warehouse, and then also we have volunteers come with us on our community outreach events. So that is huge as well.
What's something that you've learned during this pandemic that you think will make you stronger coming out? So what's something that you've learned in this process that you think, this really ultimately is going to make us stronger as an organization?
I think, we've always worked with and through other organizations. I think that those relationships just have really strengthened. We've relied on one another. We have reached out. We do a lot with Community Resource Center there. If, we're needing items, or if I get excess of items I can't get out quickly, we'll reach out to them. We are in a larger space, but it is limited. So when we get things in, we want to get them right back out. So if we don't have a way to, then we'll just reach out to, the other agencies. So I really think that just the community coming together has been amazing, and helping the population in need has just been just a really neat to see.
Talk about baby bundles. I know this is something you provide as well. So give us some background on the baby bundles.
Yes. So Janie, that was actually one of the first things she started. So I mentioned she went to General Hospital and saying, what exactly do you need? So that is how the baby bundles came to be. It was kind of like a baby shower in a bag. So what they found, the nurses and caseworkers and working with Janie, is sometimes we have moms show up at a hospital and they aren't fortunate enough to go with all the supplies, right? They don't have a baby bag. They don't have a going home outfit. So a baby bundle is just that. We provide new diapers, 2 to 3 brand new outfits, a brand new baby blanket, a book, a toy, just kind of like just like we said, a baby shower in a bag. And we distribute those. At first it was through the hospitals, but now our partner agencies, if they have a new mom, they come and pick up. They're by gender, they're gender specific. So we have boys and girls. So the different colors like that. And it's just, kind of to help these moms. They're so excited that they have a new outfit and a brand new blanket and a hat and, baby bottles and all those essentials to go home with. So it's pretty neat.
I know that you don't always get to see the impact because, as you said, you work through the different partners, but talk about the feedback that you get and the impact that you get a chance to see, whether it's through social media or just through the partners and their kind of feedback back to you. But talk about impact.
Yeah. So, we get such great positive impact through our partner agencies, and that they're so thankful. And they relay messages. Sometimes we get handwritten notes from the families. It makes it worth it. We always say our community outreach events are our favorite 2 days of the month because we are interacting with the public. And so we get to see the kids and the families and the moms and help them pick out outfits and hear their stories, and especially now with COVID, we are seeing a whole new population. So we're actually seeing families come and use our services that have either volunteered or donated to us in the past. So it's pretty neat to see. But yeah, so although we don't work daily, we get updates. We somehow always get attached to a few of the clients and hear their stories. And sometimes they do come to the warehouse with their caseworker just to meet us and say thank you. And it's very, just special.
Give me 1 or 2 of your main goals for 2021.
I think just to continue at the level that we're at, to continue that, to try to keep getting the goods in and getting them out. And I think one of the top goals for us is to continue reaching out to those rural communities and get more agencies out there that we can help and assist. While Nashville and Davidson County has a huge need, there's also a lot of resources here. We're partnered with a ton of them. But when you get out to some of the more rural communities, you see that they don't have all the resources that a larger city has. So for us, it is expanding out.
Go back to the point you made about those who were volunteering and all of a sudden now need your services and support. So talk about the audience in terms of those who were once donating and now needing your services, and what you would kind of explain in terms of what you're seeing is the changing dynamic of who you're serving.
So we are seeing a whole new population. So while we're still serving, the low income population that we have in the past, due to COVID, like I said, it's a whole new population. It's hairdressers, it's wait staff, it's the music industry. So these are people that have never used social services before. So we get calls daily from individuals, and they don't even know how to go through the process or who to contact. So it's been eye-opening, just trying to point them in the right direction to certain agencies that they can reach out to. So it's been a learning curve on our part as well, like who should we direct these people to so that they can get a caseworker or a social worker. And then we always invite them to come to our events because there's no intake process for that. It is open to anybody. So yeah, it's just been alarming, the number of people and the amount of calls that we're getting daily from individuals that we've never had that volume reaching out to us before, and just not knowing who to turn to or how to get help.
Yeah, and I just think once again, it just shows the importance of your work in terms of the support network that you're providing the community overall, which is extremely important. So wrap up and talk about contact information, where we can go, website, social media, phone number. Where do we go to learn more about Mother to Mother?
Yeah, so our website is www.mother2, spelled T-O, mother.org. If you go on there, there's our phone number. There's an intake form if you'd like to volunteer in our warehouse. If you'd like to make an online donation, there's a link there for that. Really, you can call us at any time, 615-540-7000. We have people calling to make donations, or again, if you want to set up a drive for us, either in your neighborhood or through your place of employment, that would be amazing. And just, we take donations. We have donation hours and drop-off times. So either visit our website or call us. We're also on Facebook and Instagram. That's where we post where we're going to next, and you can keep up with us through those channels.
Well, once again, mothertomother.org. Jeanine, thank you for all you and your team do. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it.